is looking like you having's history, says Saudi Arabia. Oh, that's Jordan. They sure do have a lot of history. Modern history of Jordan. Britain gave independence to Transjordan back in the day, and wait, what? Oh no, Saudi Arabia, don't do it. Well, that was not where I expected this to go. Now, these others have come and they're saying haram, haram, haram. Is Jordan trying to keep their history on the down low because of this? I actually did not know this was technically their old name. Maybe it's a good idea to just not be friends with Saudi Arabia after this. Ooh, look at these cute little tie balls on the TV. Aw, and here they are crossing the road. Wait. No. She didn't make it. Meanwhile, this Malaysian ball and a Singapore triangle bawling their eyes out. Wait, that was all just a life insurance ad? You gotta be kidding me. And apparently this is actually what some Thai commercials are like, telling like depressing Hollywood stories all in the span of like 30 seconds. There's literally Thai commercials on YouTube that are getting millions and millions of views. You can literally watch compilations of Thai commercials. That's how good they get. And clearly they have like Hollywood levels of cinematography. I'm actually scared. I don't want to get sucked into watching this right now.
ชีวิตจริงไม่มีเวลาคิดนานขนาดนี้
This is so crazy. Now I'm jealous. I want this in the USA. Yay, let's go drink. Fun time, let's rock and roll. Bongo bongo. As Germany, France, Italy, and Poland go hopping away. Woo! Happy good time. I cannot wait. Guys? Stop. Is not can. I love this comic so much because I actually got to witness this in real life. Germany takes rules extremely seriously. It was like 3 a.m. and I'm like walking through Berlin and people would still wait for the walk sign. Like, are you serious? I felt like I had to do it too. I don't want to be the, dumb American that wasn't listening to the rules. But I mean, come on, there were no cars. It was completely deserted. Germany's just on a different level, man. Water, clay, fire, air. Long ago, the four powers lived together in harmony. Hey England, can you give me access to my colonies? Sure, old chap, why not? Belgium, would you also like to join in on colony trading? Colonies? I none have colonies. But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Whatever you're spouting over there, it's nonsense.
At very least, whole thing was mutual. What's that gift to England there, Germany? Only the Netherlands, master of all four elements, could break the stalemate on the Western Front. Oh man, they have the water power, the wind power, the clay power, but when both sides needed him most, he maintained neutrality. What side are you gonna join, Netherlands? Yo, don't forget all the good times we had. Remember the Holy Roman Empire? Let him decide for himself. He's a grown clay. Yeah, he's grown enough to know better not to trust you. That's it. I'm into flood myself. Oh, look how disappointed their friend Belgium is here. I've actually not realized just how much of a huge difference the Dutch could have made in WWE1. In red was the Central Powers, and in this tan, beige, yellow color, we had the Entente. And obviously the Western Front at this time was known for being a giant stalemate. Meanwhile, there's the Netherlands that decided to sit out the entire time. Well, I guess Belgium would have wanted to stay out. They just didn't have an option. I definitely feel like if the Netherlands joined the Central Powers, though, that would not have ended good for them. But at least they made a choice during WWE2, kind of against their will. In Latin America, I want to speak with your manager. It's Brazil, 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 Brazil. Hee 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 hee. In South Asia, I want to speak with your manager. Indo, it's Indonesia. West Africa, I want to speak with your manager. Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria. It's me, Nigeria's drunk. In East Europe, I want to speak with your... It's me. No, it's me. I'm tougher. What's even your name? Yogurt supremacy. It's me, and it's been me since ancient times. It's me. I beat you all, says Serbia. Just massive chaos erupts. Clearly, there are still some regions of Earth that haven't figured out who is the real manager, so they don't actually know who to call when the Karen starts to complain. They just like break out into war and stuff. Good times. Been there. Not like physically. I mean, fighting over who's the manager. I'm the assistant to the regional manager. I'll get you, you dumb peasant. You steal my breads. But mon family starve. For the crime, I take you court for punishment. We have heard the case, and the jury will now decide. Hooray! We find the plaintiff guilty. Punishment by execution. And the French ruin everything. Pretty normal day in France. I think they still have this tradition to this day. They don't, but you'd be very surprised if you ever looked up the last guillotine France ever did. It's a little bit too recent for my liking. Oh man, I love this play. America, you're such a wimp. Your allies are dying in Europe, and you're doing nothing. Nuh-uh, I'm just neutral, the freedom way. Watch this. You're probably not gonna do anything about this. Wait, Pearl Harbor was on a Monday? Oh, it was on a Sunday morning, but I will assume that Monday the next day probably wasn't very fun. So, what are you gonna do about your boats? My boat? Yeah, what? My boat. I'm sorry, it was just a prank. Boom. Basically, a perfect summary between Japan and the US during WW2. Japan was really out here thinking we were just gonna take this level of disrespect. Unfortunately for them, they had no idea how much we love our boats. You mess with our boats, and we will literally turn you into the sun. That seems reasonable. That is the ultimate way to trigger us, I will say that. I'm the happiest country, right, says Norway? No, it's me, says Iceland, as the award is about to be given out. I don't even think Switzerland cares about this. World's happiest of countries? Seriously? What a joke, says Finland. Congrats, Finland. You have deserved #1 spot. One thing's for sure, the countries that are the most surprised about Finland winning this are always the Nordics. The Nordic countries don't see Finland as like the happiest place on earth. They think of it as the opposite, compared to just the Nordics themselves. Finland is happy comparatively to everyone else, just not to that region. It's funny because their stereotype in memes is always just them in saunas drinking vodka, pretty depressed. But maybe that's the true key to happiness. Maybe that's why they're always winning this award. Flag stealer, cries America. No, what do you mean? My flag was the original from this place. You're the one that's always stealing flags. Meanwhile, Japan's just like, red sun? Yes, responds Bangladesh. Definitely two different vibes, that's for sure. Japan literally said, yeah, you can copy my homework, just change it up a bit. So they slapped it on a green background and slightly adjusted the circle to the left. That's a good day's work right there. There's even Palau that also has joined the club. Again, Japan doesn't care. Meanwhile, the close resemblance that the Malaysian flag bears to the American flag is said to be mostly accidental. Right. You know what though? Looking at the actual breakdown, this does make sense. Because this might have influenced the British East Indian Company. They combined it with this. Okay, I mean, I can see it. I can see it. Maybe they should have just gone with like less stripes though or something. What am I talking? It really does not matter. This is the whole point of the meme. Meanwhile, the president of Bangladesh at the time was impressed by the development of Japan, and he wanted Bangladesh to be like Japan, so he adopted a design of the Japanese flag. He's just like, yeah, we copying you. It should be noted that Palau's flag is actually a moon though. I guess that's why they didn't make it into the meme. Man, we need to be more like Japan out here. Whenever you need to know, we're reliable resources. We are of made for minds. You can live the information with us. You won't be disappointed. No of Minding's imperialist information. Yeah, we into alternative voices. We making questions more, and our information is bestest of all clays. Stop spreading misinformation, you wankers. You is biased. You're broadcasting propaganda. Liars. Commies, you cannot into truth. You're fake news. You're full of shame. All this bickering and the UN's just sitting here like, actually, confused. Sounds like they're just hurling insults at each other. That's pretty much how the UN rolls. UN confused. What else is new? And it's literally been going down like this since 1945. It's like two sides yelling at each other. Listen to me. I don't think it'll ever change either. Hey, I gotta go. Don't talk to people you don't know. Okay, says French Indochina. 2 hours later, I'm your mom's friend. Konnichiwa. No, I don't want to talk to you. My mom says don't talk to anyone. Frick you. Vietnam rises out of the ashes. I am feeling past glory again. Japan gets them both with the same bullet. It's not working. Nationalism is the best. Nani? Here they go, trying again. What happened to my colony? Oh, okay, their flag also changed. A summary of France, but in the perspective of Indochina during WW2, obviously. So France had begun expanding into modern-day Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia back in the 19th century. They held on to that territory all the way until WW2. Then, of course, Imperial Japan started going crazy and attacking everyone. They took this colony from France, but then France really couldn't do anything about it because then they got taken by No Germany. Just like a 1-2 punch by both Axis members there. And then, of course, this inevitably led to the Vietnam War. It's all related, even 30 years later. A theme I've noticed throughout history, don't mess with Vietnam ever. Just don't do it. It's not a good idea. Hey, man, you doing okay? Yeah, man. That's it. That's all this was. Just a classic, yeah, man. joke. Oh man, that was a good one. Man, oh man, when will it end? Someone please end my suffering. I is of invite into Red and White Club. I am as into many gratefuls, says Denmark. Oh, this must be it. Oh, as you can see, it's very exclusive. Join us. Join us. Join us. Join us. Am scared, says Denmark. You have no idea what you've just gotten yourself into. Denmark is probably the newest member of the Red and White Club. The founding members were obviously Monaco, Malta, Poland, Indonesia, who are like really super identical. And they probably expanded the group to include triangles, and now it's just a Red and White Club. I don't think you want to join this club. You'll never be looked at the same way again. Can't wait for Canada and Japan's membership at some point. Ah, so glad I can now finally be at peace in this post-communist country. I can now raise my children without fear of getting sent to harsh prisons in the middle of nowhere. Man, I despise living in capitalist world. I wish to bring back glory of commune. Splat. Oh, okay, this guy just wasn't down to hear any of that. He was just trying to grill up until that person came around. Classic political compass comic here. Center out here just trying to flip some burgers until, I don't know, until he hears some things he doesn't like. Wait, what type of meat is he cooking? Do I want to know? Belgium absolutely obliterating the Congo. Meanwhile, Ethiopia watching on. Chop chop, says the UK. We don't have all day. Once again, the Ethiopians watching on. I'm not gonna be into colonizing, right? See, says Italy. No, don't turn your back. Don't do that. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. And this is basically what Mussolini's Italy did at that time. They wanted to get their revenge on Ethiopia for embarrassing them a couple decades earlier. You know what? Ethiopia still came out on top. Italy held this grudge for quite some time against this African country. Big thanks to my patrons. Destiny 9,000. Drew needs to pay his taxes. Why am I doing this? JohnDenver,
I'm the kidnapper.
Jack Traven's annoying friends, InquisitorXarius,
GoodOldRyah,
Caleb, is real. I am not a paid actor.
LuxembourgLover,
Patrick RyeThePie,
subscribe to
TheGreatRalphy,
TheGreatRalphy,
Twickenhamster.
ZaneyBoi.
Become a patron by checking the description down below.